Informative health and lifestyle show for you to gain knowledge and inspiration to help guide your journey to think, work, and live more powerfully. Whether you're trying to improve your life from a mental, physical, or spiritual journey, Sage Advice with Melissa Coleman, CEO of Sage Skincare, delivers weekly advice from the best experts to provide you with insightful suggestions to allow you to thrive with a better quality of life. It's her mission to guide you through the uncharted waters of health and wellness and to give you a voice on what can help improve your life and your mental, physical, and spiritual journey. Okay, audience, here's Melissa.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sage Advice with Melissa. I am your host, Melissa Coleman. You are listening to us here on KXOK and KWRH, that is here locally in St. Louis on 102.9 FM and 92.9 FM. We're here with you every Saturday in St. Louis, and then we're with you across the U.S. on My Genre Radio Network. You can catch us there 7 to 8 a.m. and then again from noon to 1 p.m. All you have to do is search your city, search our show, and you will find us. And that's at My Genre Radio Network. And today we are, well, actually, this whole month is all about spirituality. And to start us off, I have my beautiful soul sister, Sydney Kane. It's been a minute since you've been with us, Sydney, but welcome back to the show. So excited to have you. We're pretty much talking about everything spiritual, and today is going to be Spiritual Fitness Day.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it is always a pleasure to have you here with us. And just so you know, because it has definitely been a little minute since you've been here, but we are now reaching just over 20 million listeners nationwide, and then close to 6 million TV viewers also nationwide. So everybody is loving what we're doing, and we're so excited to be able to continue doing this for everyone. And thank you for starting off our month of spirituality.
Man, thank you. I'm honored. I'm honored to be here. Thank you, Melissa. I love this. And the fact that the spiritual guides are allowing us to reach so many people. And I just appreciate what you're doing. I support it, and I'm so very proud of you.
Oh,
so it's an honor and a pleasure for you having me on the show again.
Oh, it is always a pleasure for me. So let's toot your horn a little bit and tell our listening world and viewing world a little bit about Sydney. So Sydney's lifelong passion is to empower children, families, and communities to make good decisions about their overall education, health, and wellness. Sydney is a distinguished and respected personal trainer of 20 plus years, public speaker, program developer, and published children's book author. In February 2012, she launched her uniquely designed pilot program, Fit to the Core. This program is in partnership with Grand Center Arts Academy, St. Louis University, STL Food Factory, and other local health organizations. Fit to the Core is specifically designed to create and deploy innovative approaches to capture exciting community resources to combat childhood obesity and to encourage a fit life forever. So again, Sydney, welcome to the show.
Thank you. That was really good. I like that.
You know what? But I left out because you just launched your book, like fully launched, about Saba.
And so we, all things health and wellness, and it starts in the home. So, with me being a creative director and also being spiritual, let's start there. Everything about me from the time of conception has been my spiritual journey. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to leave those things here when I transform and into whatever next level we go to. But early child education is so important, especially after we've encountered what we did in 2020 and the parents and everyone was home.
Yes.
I created Saba Talks Productions, but the name of the character is Saba, and I did the book based on my daughter, whose name is Saba, and I had the concept that there was not enough educational tools to help parents interact with their children, and we were missing some things that helped to allow it to be edutainment. And so I created music, and she's a multicultural character, 18-month-old, and we've created the music to go along with helping in developing and immersing technology. So we have the app, and we're having a lot of other little things to go to support that. But the main important thing is that this product you will be able to utilize at home and engaging parents and children. She has a plush doll. Saba is actually coming in the States now. I am so excited. It's been 20 years. I just cannot believe it. I'm so happy to be able to even say it over the airwaves right now, but just believe in your journey. Believe in the power that you have and what you were created to do, because it may take a little while, but it's just who you are, and that's what's coming through the through the portals for me. This product is going to reach so many, and the hands-on and the interactive learning, where the parents are engaging. There's an app. There's also a plush doll for children for comfort and security, especially when you have children with special needs. So just really encouraging them to learn how to read through rhythm and rhyme, and giving them the comfort and the interactive learning.
Yes.
Through edutainment.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's the Saba.
Yes. I'm so excited for you. So
Thank you so much.
I know you've got a ton going on, and and as you mentioned, like I think the first time that I met you, you could just feel the spirituality and love that just really oozes off of you. And I love that in any talk that we have, that everything always circles back around to our own personal journeys and what that looks like on that spiritual side. Because here at the show, it is always mind, body, and spirit, no matter what topic that we're talking about. And I love that you have your fitness background, but like even when you talk about the fitness, it's always that spiritual component in everything whenever you're speaking, even with food. I
mean, yes, we forget we are spirit first. And, thank goodness we've had such a transcending time on the planet at this time, so that people are able to express that. People are able to, there's so many things that you can engage with now to help you on your spiritual journey, because so many lives were lost. So many people were displaced. And, in the midst of that, you find hope, you find peace. And the only place that you can go is internal.
Yes.
And, that's the greatest thing I think that our life's experiences bring us, a closeness to the internal strength that you have, that you were born with.
Absolutely.
We forget we're spirits first.
Exactly. And I love that you say that. So let's talk a little bit about what Sydney does and how she does it. So how does your offering, service, however you want to refer to it, contribute to or impact health and wellness, specifically today? Because I think just in our talks, you have shifted so much really since 2020, as most of us have. So how do things look now for you in your world?
Well, I think the greatest part of the journey is enjoying the process. And, if I was to start there, that's where it would be. I embraced the process. So many people don't embrace the process or live in that moment. With unprecedented times, you don't know what's going to happen. But if you can appreciate appreciate the moment that you're in and enjoy the process and the journey along the way, it's sustainable.
Mm-hmm.
And what I've been doing is really living in the moment, appreciating the process, and allowing my quiet to guide me. And I know that sounds weird. How can quiet guide you? No, it guides you because you're not thinking, you're not worried, you're not making something happen. You're allowing the universe to speak into you. And that's one of the wonderful things about meditation and being able to tap into that part of yourself that is still there, but it's dormant.
Mm-hmm.
And so through these, challenges, and since 2020, and you mentioned I've, shifted and I've grown. Yes, I have. And I'm so thankful. Every day we grow. Our bodies go through metamorphosis just through our cellular activity. So we're constantly changing. So embracing that is what I've been able to do. And actually share that with my clients.
Mm-hmm.
And, being a Reiki master, which we all know it's about, if we don't all know, but if you don't know, it's about aligning your chakras and being able to stay balanced and open up to the universal energy
Mm-hmm.
and be guided through that. So that's been the greatest part of the journey right now. I've had that time alone, through COVID, and then also being able to experience by traveling and meeting other people, going into different environments, I would say has been a good thing for me.
Mm-hmm. And how has your spiritual journey affected your personal life and relationships?
Wow.
I know that's a big question.
No, I mean, and wow, because, the greatest gift that we've been given as spiritual beings is the free will to create our own reality.
Mm-hmm.
And through that, you have to respect others and where they are on their journey.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to start there because it's not easy sometimes being me, because a lot of interactions with other people, it may seem as if I know this or I experience that, and we are always making a contrast. We're creating and comparing ourselves to what's outside of us,
Right.
instead of looking at what's inside of us. So how it's affected me, it's, sometimes you are walking on your path alone,
Mm-hmm.
and not really alone, but you're finding ways to tap into you.
Right.
And that becomes a strength. And you then attract others like yourself. So it's been different, but I can tell you, respecting and loving unconditional is what continuously draws those people to me.
Mm-hmm.
And the relationships, they then become more enriched in the spiritual side of people. So that's the thing about when you're walking on your spiritual journey. Those that are listening, don't worry if at times people don't understand what's going on in your life.
Absolutely.
Because it's not for them to understand your journey, and it's okay that you may not have found the right partner, because you're still learning about yourself in order to attract the right energy to partner with.
Correct.
So I will tell you that I am a single woman, but I am not in distress, nor am I feeling that I'm at a deficit because I don't have my partner in my world yet. I am prepared for that. I am receiving that. I'm giving love to receive love. So I'm excited,
Mm-hmm.
but people don't always understand that part of you.
Correct.
And it's personal. Your spirituality is personal.
Yes. This is for certain. I want to share a story of our first meeting. I mean, we met at my
Mm-hmm.
office, but when we had
Mm-hmm.
our own first private meeting, and
Mm-hmm.
you came in and you smelled of sage, like you had been soaking in it. And I was like, where have you been? And you go, I was saging myself in my car because I was just with someone whose energy was not feeling good for me, and I had
Yes.
to cleanse myself. And I
Yes.
just want to take this opportunity because, we talk so much here about meditation, but, I
Yes.
found, we sage our office, minimally once a
Mhm.
week.
Mhm.
But I thought it was so adorable and amazing that you would sit in your car and sage yourself for the same purpose.
Yeah.
And it had
Yes.
never even dawned on me that that's probably a really good thing to do.
And I mean, that's it. You have to put the mask on first. We engage with our families, we engage with our partners, we engage with our work, we engage so many different energies, so many different spiritual people and their journey. What you have to do is protect yours
Right.
first. And that's, we have so many tools that are available for us to do that can help you get right back on task. And
Right.
Sage is one of them. I mean, it will clear the air so quickly. It will clear the negative energy that is around you and help you center and refocus. And then from inside, you go outward.
Yes.
I didn't want to bring that energy in with me. So,
Exactly.
yeah, I did. I'm glad you remembered that.
Yes. No.
Yeah, it was true.
Yeah, no, I just found that so
Sage off.
fascinating. So let me ask you, because we just talked a little bit about unconditional love, but what is unconditional love in your perspective?
In my perspective, being and once again, I'm a little seasoned in some of this, but earlier in life, we're taught to be free before 5 years old, and it's you're growing, you're learning, you're able to make several mistakes without being harshly punished because we all realize that you're at a beginning stage in your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
To me, unconditional love is still having that same mentality for yourself when you don't reach certain goals or when you feel that you've done things that you're not happy about. Unconditional love for me is being fair, being optimistic, and being like the divine source.
Mm-hmm.
The divine source has given us all free will with the power to use our minds and our bodies to create our own reality. And that is the ultimate love. I mean, we can complain about the things on this planet. We can say the economy is bad, but it just takes a thought to change your perspective or your energy. And unconditional love for me, in my perspective, is being respectful of everything that exists around us without harsh judgment, or pointing the finger or always complaining. Find a way to be grateful. Like I get up and I do, like I said before, my mantra is getting up and saying, I release all negative thoughts about myself and others. I release all negative thoughts about myself and others. And then I take three deep breaths and I start to say, I send love into this planet. I send love and healing out into the earth. I send love and healing. And I begin to name family members, friends.
Mm-hmm.
And I send this energy and I visualize it because it's so powerful. Love is greater. It's one of the greatest powers on this earth. That's all it is.
Right.
Everything you see was created from someone's love of something. So to be unconditional with it is to realize that it comes from within and it's an unconditional flow of it. Because if you are awake and you are present in this moment, that's love from the divine creator. So I find that to be gratitude. So I from that point, I write down at least 10 things that I'm grateful for, even if they've not manifested completely. So unconditional love is just not having conditions based on circumstances or based on today, you may not have everything you want. You may not have the job and the money that you want, but are you grateful for where you are now?
Right.
And that seeps into every part of your life, and it begins to share, you begin to share love with other people, and that's unconditional. I'll answer this, but that's so passionate for me when you talk about unconditional love.
Yes. No,
Forgiving and letting go. It's so many things.
it really is. And I love what you just shared. I just want to remind everyone, if you're just now joining us, you're listening to Sage Advice with Melissa. We are here today in our month of spirituality with Sydney Kane. We are talking about our spiritual fitness. And speaking of fitness, because I think more so than even our body fitness
Yes.
is our
Yes.
mind fitness. And I think with how you operate and, just even, speaking to unconditional love and gratitude, that our minds need to be stronger almost than our bodies at times. And
It has to.
yes. And I would love for you to talk a little bit about that and how you build that muscle with
Mhm.
how you work with your clients.
So, what I've noticed with the mind, and what most sort of forget, it controls your vessel. It controls everything about your interaction with yourself and others. So the mind, it's built on our environment. We
Mhm.
respond to things that we are used to doing and our environment. And with that being in today's society, I would say,
Right.
there are so many things that has given us a misconception of who we really are
Mm-hmm.
and where our lives should and should not be. Those are standards set by society, societal norms. So when I'm working with my clients, I always tell them I go inside out. And they're like, yeah, what? Okay, so I want to lose weight. I want to do this. I said, yeah, no, okay, yeah, good. So, what kind of things do you enjoy doing? What do you do for fun? What do you do? And it kind of relaxes them because at that point, I'm going into their mindset, and their mindset actually creates their energy.
Right.
And as we know, emotions are energy in motion. So if your mind is programmed to think that you can't do something, then what is the body going to do?
Right.
It's not going to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, quick little story. I was training a client today before our show, and it was so amazing. I'm so excited about it because she's never worked with a trainer. This is our second session, and she's working on not smoking cigarettes. I'll share that.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yes, she told me this rise, and she said, you know what? I only smoked one cigarette yesterday. I'm not going to buy another pack. The initial consultation was, I don't know if I'm going to be able to stop doing that. So seriously, I mean, we might have to. And that's the thing, when you tap into their energy field and their mindset, you can change your mind quicker than you can even imagine. Like, you can think of a happy place, and all of a sudden you'll feel happiness, or you'll hear a song that brought a memory back of your favorite food that you ate, or I don't know, but it's really in the mindset, and being able to help people reach that by positive affirmations. No, don't say you can't. Say you can't. Oh, don't say it could be worse. Say that it's great. Why would you want it to be the opposite? So because of social norms and what we've been taught, people forget that it is just with one thought and perception and the way you perceive it. So she today which was so shocking to me, she did the row machine for 5 minutes straight.
Wow.
That is like really a difficult exercise. Mm-hmm. For someone that's never worked out.
Right.
And I mean, the gym scares her. Going up the steps scares her. Everything was about what she thought she couldn't do.
Mm-hmm.
But as I'm working with her, I'm giving her positive affirmation. I'm doing it so low key too. She's like, well, I was like, no, we can. Oh my gosh, let me see your catwalk. I'm just giving her affirmations of things that I know she loves.
Right.
So people should, start to do things that you enjoy doing to help your mindset stay in that vibrational frequency.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
And we don't do that enough with our minds. We'll rather sit and think of a problem because you think you can solve it by thinking of the problem. No, you're actually making the problem larger.
Mm-hmm. And do you feel, especially maybe for some of your clients that come to you that are already physically fit, looking to take it to that next level, is it still about getting into the mindset first? Because I feel like, we've heard that, lack and greed are all in the same sphere.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes. So there is really, truly an abundance of everything in the universe.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's very small or large, there is an abundance of everything. So the difference is that they're getting me as their trainer. And I am actually 1,000% spiritual. Just going back to the month, it's a spiritual fitness.
Yeah.
I am in total acceptance that I am spirit first.
Mm-hmm.
And, not to sidebar, but, everybody knows I'm a writer. You didn't know I'm a writer. So I have literally been working on a book, and I wanted to share this on the show because all things spiritual. And
this is sharing time because we're just about to come up on our break. So share away and how everybody finds you.
Well, you can find me online at Sydney Fit, or Sids Fit rather, SYDS Fit, FIT, for FOR Life, LIFE.com. And that's my website. You're able to access all of my social media platforms from there. I'm on Instagram, C Sydney, C as in cat, Sydney, SYDNEY, Fit, FIT, the number 4, and Life. And Sid's Fit for Life on Facebook. That's where you can find me.
Awesome. Well, we have about a minute or so left. So how about we give one tip for those that might not be able to come and join us on the second half of the show, but definitely stay tuned if you can. But
I will leave you guys with one thought. It only takes one thought to change your mind.
I love that.
You take one thought to change your mind. So
Right.
if you want to feel good, say, I feel good.
Okay, well, we're going to have Sydney hold on. She's in with us here remotely, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
If you're looking for a new, informative health and lifestyle show to gain knowledge and inspiration to help guide your journey to think, work, and live more powerfully, then you need to listen to Sage Advice with Melissa. Now, whether you're trying to improve your life from a mental, physical, or spiritual journey, Sage Advice with Melissa Coleman, CEO of Sage Skincare, delivers weekly advice from industry experts to provide you with insightful suggestions to allow you to thrive with a better quality of life. Melissa's mission? To guide you through the uncharted waters of health and wellness and to give you a voice to help improve your life. So be sure to tune in to Melissa. You'll be glad you did.
Hey, listeners, saying thanks to your customers is nice and polite, but expressing your gratitude in memorable and ongoing ways can boost your business. At Promo Experts LLC, we exceed our customers' expectations. For over 20 years, our product knowledge and experience has helped them with their marketing initiatives and trade show graphics. We are happy to put that experience to work for you. Quality products, great customer service, and prices are our number one priority. We work with you to find unique, creative, and new ideas that fit your image and expectations, helping you build strong relationships with your customers. When you select Promo Experts as your marketing partner, we help you to see more than the big picture. For more information about this exciting opportunity, contact Diane Carson, President, at 636-458-5241. That's 636-458-5241. Let Promo Experts help you to move your business brand beyond the bland.
Is your business struggling with getting found online? Are you having a hard time finding a marketing company that you can trust? Look no further than Vivial. At Vivial, we are experts at helping connect buyers to consumers by our innovative marketing strategies with proven methods that help businesses connect to their target demographic. For a free consultation, call Anthony today at 314-437-1906. That's 314-437-1906.
Have you always wanted to write your own book but don't know where to start? Publishing Concepts, a publishing company located right here in St. Louis, offers everything from consulting, book printing, copyrights, ISBNs and barcodes, print book layout, ebook and iBook layout, graphic design, cover design, ghostwriting, typing and editing, distribution, marketing, and more for an affordable price. Visit publishingconceptsllc.com or just Google Publishing Concepts to get started today, or call 314-781-8880. That's 314-781-8880. Publishing Concepts. We help you sell more books.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to part 2 of Sage Advice with Melissa. I am your host, Melissa Coleman. We are here today with you on KXOK and KWRH. That's here locally in St. Louis on 102.9 FM and 92.9 FM. And then you can follow us all week long on My Genre Radio Network. All you have to do is search your city, then search our show. We're there 7 to 8 a.m. and then again noon to 1 p.m. And I did not say when we're with you here locally, but that's at 11 o'clock every Saturday. You can find us there. And we are here in our month of spirituality. And starting our show off today is the beautiful Sydney Kane. She is not here in studio. She is dialing in via phone. Hello again, Sydney.
Hi, everyone. Thank you, Melissa, once again for having me. I get so excited when we get together.
I know. We have such great conversations, don't we?
Yeah, we do. It's like the world stops for us, and then we just continue. We float around, and we're like, yeah.
Exactly. So we've been talking about our spiritual fitness in this first half hour. So we're going to continue on in this second half hour. You know, Sydney is a personal trainer for anyone that's just now joining the show. She is also a Reiki master. She is everything spiritual. Whatever facet of her life she's addressing, it is always coming from that spiritual side, which is what I just so admire about you.
Wow. Yeah. And they change titles of everything often. I would say every 6 years, someone comes up with a new educational title for it. But total health and wellness, mind, body, and soul, all things wellness, all things. And it does come from your spiritual first, because once again, we are spiritual beings.
Yes.
First. Yeah.
Energetic humans.
Yes. It's so beautiful, so many things going on in the world today. We've got, the AI stuff, and we've got...
Right.
Yeah,
you definitely need to keep your spiritual side strong.
You have
to deal with all that.
You don't want to get lost in the shuffle and you're not grounded. And I think that's why we are experiencing so much turbulence in the planet as well as individually, because my turbulence in my world has been the most grounding experience for me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to, and my desire is to stay balanced. My desire is to send and attract love.
Mhm.
So all things centered within self starts within the core part. And people have their religious beliefs, but, God is love, is what they say.
Right.
Yahweh, Yahshua, Jehovah,
Mhm.
whatever you call your creator, your divine creator, that came from pure love. And, the world has yet to embrace that part of themselves individually.
Correct.
Individually. Yeah.
Yes. It's happening though.
Mhm.
I really do
It's
believe it's
happening.
happening.
It's such a
Yes.
magical time. We are always talking about it's happening.
Yes. No, I think there are great things ahead of us. It's definitely still going to be rocky for a while, but I would really encourage anyone listening that you really find that thing that resonates with you so that you
hmm
can, as Sydney was talking about, finding that love and balance and the things that we need to stay strong and stable in our worlds. Not that it's perfect all the time, because the
It
universe
can't be.
throws us things to make sure and test us if we're like staying strong and paying
And I mean,
attention.
and then it's actually, revealing our truth.
Mhm.
They say the truth can be hurtful, the truth can be ugly. No, the truth is revealing, the truth is unveiling, the truth is allowing you to grow. And that brings me to just wanting to mention that the soul has its purpose here.
Mhm.
We forget, that the soul of us is what we traveled with, whether, you believe in past lives or not, or whether you believe that the soul has a lifetime of journey. And, when babies are born and you'll see the one that does this, oh, that's an old soul. That's an old soul.
Mhm.
Why do we say that? Because the soul has its journey and the soul will fulfill itself. You know what I mean? It's inspired through the spirit. It's inspired by our environment. It's inspired by the food you eat,
Mhm.
or don't eat. So
Right.
you say optimal spiritual health. That comes from someone realizing their soul's purpose. And that's the one thing that I am working on, Melissa, which is so funny. So I've
Mhm.
been working on a book for about 20 years now, and it's almost done. I literally am going through editing and doing things, but it's called The Soul of One Woman
Mhm.
by Sydney Kane. And this journey that I've been on, it's been an amazing journey. I'm telling you guys, an amazing journey. I've learned so much about myself, and I love me. I'm patient with me. I'm
Mhm.
accepting of when, I may stumble and fall.
Right.
Oh, it's okay. You're okay. Are you okay? You're able to walk, right? I am very thankful to be here with you at this very moment and sharing that with the world, because you can find pleasure in existing. You can
Mhm.
find joy just because you are able to walk, you're able to breathe. When you open your eyes, you don't need a reason. You
Right.
opened your eyes.
Mhm.
And so the soul's journey is an amazing journey, Melissa. It really, really is. It
Mhm.
really is.
Oh, I can't wait.
So, yeah.
You're going to put it on Audibles, right? For those of us
Yes.
that
So
no
listen,
longer can read without passing out
right.
after 2 pages.
So when you asked me about doing this show, I was like, okay, Sid, this is it. Melissa knows how to get you out of your little comfort zone. So everyone that's listening, this is my soul sister. Okay. She comes into my world throughout the week. She'll call and it's like, oh my God, were you just here? I was feeling you. So I'm here and everyone's like waiting for the book. Everyone's waiting for the book. I've been reading little pieces here and there, and the publisher, she's waiting. But my point is, I thought today that because, I wanted to just share a little bit of what my thoughts of when you speak on, soul's purpose and our divine creation and, and how we all came into existence
Mhm.
and how the soul continues to travel. So, if you don't mind, can I share just maybe a little bit of this book right
Absolutely.
now?
Absolutely.
Okay, so the name of the book is called The Soul of One Woman, and the chapter is this is chapter 1, and it's astrological creation. Okay, so
Mhm.
I have my own perception, but I'm sure we all can relate. So this is just my perception. And under basic conception, I say, as the tips of the stars graze my molecules, I remembered traveling this way before. The stars guided my way through the subterranean galaxy. Hypnotized by your light, I feel my portal pulling me closer. I can hear the cadences of the ocean, inhaling the wind as my atoms continue to form, magnetically firmed, bonded by the heat while I dance across the sun. My pulse beats faster and faster as my soul yearns for an opening. Finally, my vibrational shift has begun. And literally, Melissa, that is exactly how I remembered coming into this planet.
I know because you've shared that story, and I think that is like a powerful way to start that book. You know,
Yes,
um,
yes,
no, that was absolutely beautiful, and I love how deep you are when we speak about these things.
hmm
And just the sheer gratitude that you have for being here,
yes,
because like you mentioned in the first half of the show, it really is a journey for all of us. And
yes,
for some of us, we embrace it, vastly different than someone else.
yes.
And there's, you know you have to have that appreciation and that gratitude, because I think that equally goes to that mind fitness, is when you have gratitude even in the moments of complete and absolute turmoil, because none of
Absolutely.
us are going to not have any turmoil. I mean, it's next to impossible, and if you don't have any, that's amazing, completely amazing. But it really does come down to that gratitude of everything, no matter what the circumstance is.
And it helps you to remain unconditional. You don't
Mhm.
have conditions on, well, I'll be happy if, or
Correct.
I'll be at my best when. No, you're at your
Exactly.
best when you know that you're at your best. And the knowing comes with the practice of loving self, the practice of realizing that it is an honor to be in a place where you can literally create whatever you want.
Mhm.
From the phone that we're talking on, someone thought of it and they
Yes.
created it,
Mhm.
But when I accepted this contract and decided to return, I say it was already written in my astrological blueprint,
Mhm.
and we forget that the stars and this entire planet, we are a part of it. So whatever you see, you're also a part of that,
Mhm.
and we don't tap into that. And it's not about, doctrine or just religion. It's really about studying the planet that you exist on. We will know everything about a car. We'll know everything about a designer, but we
Mhm.
know nothing about the sun, the moon, the stars, and planet Earth and how it rotates and other planets that are surrounding it. We know nothing about that. And I am
Including
very
ourselves,
happy.
Sydney,
Absolutely.
because most of us don't know
Absolutely.
ourselves very well.
No, we've been taught to deflect. We've been taught to, we're distracted. And when we did have such a rough time as a planet, and it was on lockdown, is what they called it. No, it was on timeout.
Mhm.
Time out to get to yourself.
Yes.
And it wasn't easy for so many. And we are now rebuilding, and we're coming back to what we can find to be a normal.
Mhm.
And that is
Absolutely.
the greatest thing about the planet. It resets. It does it all the time.
All the
Mother
time.
Earth does her thing.
All the time.
And so And that's what you do. I just big ups to you. I mean, you've done what you've mastered, being able to bring something to an audience of people that they can look forward to. And this advice that you share weekly, that you give from your soul, is amazing. And I'm very thankful for you. And I'm sure your listeners are as well. So, your mission and your journey has been very enlightening for so many. And just can't wait to see more. That's it.
Well, thank you. It's so beautiful.
You're
And,
welcome.
it's like we've been talking about it. It really is such a grateful opportunity that I have to be able to do what I'm
Yeah.
doing. And, they say there's no accidents, but, how it came about just seemed by sheer almost accident. I would never have thought to be doing this. And,
Mhm.
it fell in my lap, and I just, saw the opportunity to really take this and make it something so much more, because when I first started, my mentor thought it was going to be all about skincare because that's what my business is. This is
Mhm.
also my
Mhm.
business, but, I was like,
Mhm.
can't talk about that forever. I mean, you can, but I felt
Mhm.
like it would be boring, and I felt like wellness and spirituality and all of that had such a bigger calling for me, just in how I operate, which is very much in alignment with how you do, and
Mhm.
just
Mhm.
enjoying this path that we've been given, um, and meeting such
And you
amazing
just gave,
people that I get to share with the whole world, here on the
yes,
show.
right. And you just explained everything that we spoke about in the first half of the show. Walking into your divine purpose.
Hmm.
And you said it sort of fell in your lap. Well, I would say that it was a part of your journey. And
Right.
that's where, sometimes people don't know the difference. They think that there has to be a big uh, awakening in the sky before you
Right.
realize your journey. No, it just actually happens the way you just explained it. It sort of fell in the lap.
Hmm.
Well, it was already predestined.
Yes.
It was in your path. And the reason that it came so easy and so naturally, there was no resistance.
Hmm.
You didn't have to think about it.
No, not at all.
You didn't have to resist it. It was, you really did not have any resistance. And when you have the least resistance, that's when the universe is able to open up and show you how to live on your journey. And you'll
Absolutely.
get messages from everywhere.
Yes.
It'll be a sign on a bus. You'll be thinking, what do I do? Sign on a bus says, go, da, da, da. And, we don't pay attention. And that's where, teaching meditations with my clients, it's so important to practice quieting the mind.
Mhm.
So, set your phone for maybe 30 seconds. Oh, I can never stop thinking. I can never stop. I would
Challenge
I would
you.
love to show you how
Right.
and challenge you on that. Turn your phone timer on for 10 seconds. Okay, then 30 seconds, then a minute. Whether you completely clear your mind or not, what you're doing is you're telling your mind, I'm going to quiet you down no matter what. I didn't do it today. Okay, tomorrow. I didn't do it this day. But I guarantee you, 5-6 days in, we're going to get at least 10 seconds. Because at that point, you trained the mind and you prepared it for something other than what you've been telling it.
Exactly. And I love that you say that, because like in my spiritual study, which I talk about a lot here on the show, which is Kabbalah, it has often been talked about. It's like, are you the cause of your life or the effect of your life? And it's like, where do you want to be?
Yep.
And
it
yes.
crosses into every form of religion,
Mhm.
because it starts once again with your perception and the way you love yourself.
Absolutely.
And that unconditional love for self You won't have to have so many life lessons or so many experiences that forces you into that. You'll start to do it with the least resistance.
You're right.
Because now you're waking up and you're releasing all negativity. You know, you're waking up saying, I release all negative thoughts. I release all negative thoughts about myself and others. And then you take another deep breath in and you blow it out through your mouth, in your nose, out your mouth, in your nose, out your mouth, and you say, I send love and peace and healing into this planet. I send, and you begin to send out what you want to attract. That's when the miracle of life begins for you.
Exactly.
That's when your soul is awakening, because now you're in alignment with your soul. Because remember, that's the divine place. That is the one. That is the love that we all have that connects us all. So, yeah, it's pretty powerful. I love it.
I know. I love what you're saying. I just want to remind everybody, if you're just now joining us, you're listening to Sage Advice with Melissa. We are here today with Sydney Kane talking about our spiritual fitness. So, Sydney, I would love to know, because believe it or not, we're actually coming up very shortly on the end of the show, but we still have time for another question. But which life experience do you recall that was most impactful in your spiritual transformation that has really allowed you to step into your purpose in the way in which you have?
Well, and this is just me being Sydney, and I'm pretty transparent, everyone. So, you know, it is what you see is what you get. So, I went through some things in my life personally, and it was involving one of my children, and the situation was beyond my control.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say that. And it was so very overwhelming with the emotion of just, I can't control this, and it's my child, and it hurts, or losing a child. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was like that. And what happened at that moment for me in that time frame was when I really learned what unconditional love was, and what me being created, and how powerful everyone else's journey is. It took me to a place to respect someone else's journey, even though what was going on their journey was causing pain in my journey.
Mm-hmm. Which it's like that
sometimes.
sometimes.
It's like that majority of the time in most lives. In relationship, in marriage, in anything, someone else's journey, actually the things that someone else do and actually respond to could hurt. It could actually hurt us. It doesn't feel good. Mm-hmm. And I mean, what I didn't want to do was live in hurt.
Right.
I didn't want to think from a place of hurt. I didn't want to create from a place of hurt. So what it actually did for me, Melissa, it allowed me to go deeper into the hurt. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but listen, it allowed me to go all the way to my childhood trauma.
Mm-hmm.
Because I said, I don't want to hurt anymore. And, you know, sometimes when you get to cleaning up, you go, okay, this is a mess. I just can't see this clutter anywhere. You start in one area, right? You initially have this huge room, and you start in one area, but you realize when you start in a little area, like, oh my gosh, this was here too. I got to clear this away. Oh my God, these boxes. So what is going on? And that's what happened. It took me deeper into my trauma from childhood. And that's what allowed me to clear away every block that was keeping me from forgiving things that had happened to me in the past, and forgiving myself for not being able to control something. And it literally, when you say you can go to bed and wake up a new person, I was a new person
Right.
because I was a healed person. I was a person with forgiveness then. I was a person with acceptance of others and their journey. Not that I put myself in an environment to be harmed, but I didn't hate. I didn't have revenge. I didn't have negative energy towards others on their journey. I had respect and unconditional love, but I also knew at that point how to protect myself and draw boundaries. Hence is why I came into the office smelling like sage. You have to practice what you preach, and you have to practice taking care of yourself first.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Even being a mom, even being a wife, you have to take care of a husband, a dad. You have to put the mask on first.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, that's what happened. I went through very deep trauma to expose the rest of it, to clean my closet. And a lot of people are afraid of falling apart. A lot of people are afraid that, no, if I do this, I won't be able to get support. Anyone that's listening, counseling is online. As a matter of fact, you can go to my website, and that's at Sydney, Sid for Life, and .com. But it's so many helpful modalities out here for you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to suffer in silence.
Absolutely.
You know, and a lot of people do that and don't realize that you don't have to do it alone. Your show is an outlet. You know, tune in once a week. You're going to learn. You're going to get something.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not alone. And, you know, there are things in this planet that can assist you, like the stones. You know, we keep our stones and we
Right.
ground ourselves by going out into nature. There are a lot of things that you can implement into your life on a daily basis that will give you the strength to
Yes.
deal with those traumas. Yeah.
That was absolutely beautiful, Sydney. And believe it or not, we are down to our last couple of minutes. I want you to share once again how everybody can find you, because you can work with people nationwide with what you
Yeah.
do. So reach out to Sydney. Sydney, let them know where you are.
Well, you can go. I'm sorry. I haven't give you guys my phone number. I do have a number that you can contact me at. It is area code 702-930-5812. And that's Sid Fit for Life, SYDSFITFORLIFE.com. And you can go on my website and set up a time, give me a call, or you know, call me, or you can leave an email, and I will respond within 24 hours. And you know, you're not alone. There are people out there to support you.
Thank you so much for joining us again, Sydney. You will no doubt be back with me at a later date.
Yes.
So, everyone, as we like to leave you, health is a state of mind, wellness is a state of being. Be good, everyone. We'll see you next week.